Hello one and all, welcome to another Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my next guest is this incredible actress known by the name of Whitney Duff. She was in Sheborg Massacre as a character named Dylan. And also she was in this called Nova Star, and she plays a space pirate in Nova Star. So I'm about to give Whitney an add into the live now, and yeah, have a chat with Whitney. Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Excellent news.
Awesome.
Sorry, I was trying to, my laptop apparently doesn't have the updated Instagram, so I was like, what's going on here? So I'm on my phone.
It's all good. So what I'm going to get you to do, Whitney, I'm going to get you to introduce yourself and explain a bit about what you do, and then I'm going to dive right into the question.
Sure, sounds good. Hello, everyone. My name is Whitney Duff, and I am an Australian actress, producer, fire performer, try to be all-round general creative person. Hey.
So we'll dive right into the questions now. So you were in this incredible film called Sheborg Massacre, and you played a character named Dylan. What was it like?
I did.
What was it like filming that?
It was, I think, still to this day, one of the best acting experiences I've had thus far, because it was so full of energy and it was fun, and I got to work with some really cool people who have remained close friends to this day. So I met a lot of people that I've worked with on multiple occasions, and that's always really nice. I loved it because we just instantly became a family. And so every day on set, I was like, this is fantastic. I'm with my friends. We're like a family. We all are helping each other out. And another big thing for me was it was the first time that I had performed my own stunts. So I got to learn some stunts through stunt coordinator and some wrestlers we had on board, and I found that very exhilarating. Like, I'm a bit of a daredevil, so I was just like, yes, throw me around, yes, tie me up, like put me on the van, yes, I will jump off anything, and I'll give anything a go, really. It was so much fun. Awesome.
So on to the next question. What was your favorite memorable moment of Dylan?
I think, well, I don't know if it was like in a particular scene or in between takes, but my favorite moment with her was allowing myself to be as cheeky and silly and kind of a little bit cocky as her, like a bit sarcastic, which I found really, really fun. And then with that, I was able to continue that sort of sass in between takes with all the ad lib and you know, silliness with my co-star Daisy Masterman. And so we would just find ourselves in stitches of laughter on so many occasions. And again, it just just ensured that we were having so much fun each time we're on set. So I think Dylan, like playing Dylan, gave me permission to do that, to just embrace all the fun and silliness of it. And I loved that. It was energizing.
Awesome. Well, on to the next question. If you could change one thing about Dylan, what would it be?
What would it be? Sorry, cut out at the end.
To change like one thing about Dylan in Sheborg Massacre, what would it be, and why?
Silly. I don't know why this just came to my mind. Like, silly, very silly. But like, I think a part of me almost wanted her to like join forces with the Sheborg. I absolutely loved the Sheborg, and I adore Emma Louise Wilson, who played the Sheborg. And so I thought that she was really cool, like the costuming and the style, and in her own way, she was a bit of a, you know, a rebel in her own right, which, you know, Dylan was a rebel. And so I wanted them to join forces and have more, well, at least more screen time together.
So, on to the next question. You are actually also in this new film coming out soon, Nova Star.
Yeah.
What can you tell people about that and about your character, your space pirate?
Yeah, so Nova Star is another film by Daniel Armstrong from Strongman Pictures. Another like sci-fi, comedy. Still like probably less horror in this one, but definitely has the action sequences and stuff. Has the same sort of 80s B grade vibe. So it's very bright, very colorful, very quirky, very retro. So it's got a really really funky color palette and style to it. So I think it's pretty much another evil space queen or something wants to steal this star and use it to throw or flush the whole cosmos into this black hole or something. And so the lead Mac with her little sidekick spanners are trying to prevent that from happening, because Mac got a bit of the star in her forehead, so has the powers or something with it. So my character, the infamous space pirate Rom, I think was initially just setting out to steal it, for money, for power, for whatever. She's all about that. But along the way finds herself falling into helping Mac as opposed to just stealing and being a bit of a cheeky pirate. So again, I think with this role, I was able to have a lot of fun with it again. And she had a bit of sass to her as well. I actually sometimes found myself wondering on occasion on certain days on set if I was just kind of slipping back into Dylan almost, and have to like really think about it and go, no, different character, and just think about my objectives and who this spice pirate was and what she wants. And again, I got to do some more fight choreography and a little bit of stunts, and so I found myself just falling in love with the whole world again and working with a lot of the same faces. Like we've got Daisy was on again, and Emma and Jenna, and so I got to see some familiar faces again. It was just really cool. As I said, big family.
Awesome. So, on to my next question. Who was the person that inspired you into acting in the first place?
Ooh, that's a big question. There's obviously a lot of actors and creatives and I guess celebrities out there that inspired me. But I'm going to say in the beginning, really, I had this experience when I think I was about 6 or 7 years old. I went to a theatre production that my auntie, like my mum's sister, was in. And I remember sitting there. Obviously, I didn't know how to intellectualize it at the time. I was, a child. But I still remember the feelings. And the feelings were, I was so blown away by the transformation of this woman. Here's my auntie who I saw in my everyday life. And, she's very intelligent, very proper, very well-spoken, a little bit conservative. And obviously my relationship with her was full of love and family. But then I saw her on stage and she transformed into this, this woman that I didn't even know who she was. And it was very almost sexual and very confident and I think a little bit nasty in some ways. Like she played this role that was, pushing boundaries a little, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, but that's my auntie. And I was so blown away. And I remember talking to my mum afterwards. And I said, I want to do what Auntie Roz does. I want to be on stage. And it started soon after that. My mum just threw me straight into acting classes at the Brisbane Arts Theatre, actually. And I started theatre training there, and it just grew from there. But then over the years, throughout teen years, I was influenced a lot by music. David Bowie often comes to my mind. Like everything about David Bowie to me is just like living, an authentic creative life. And he was an absolute genius. And I just, every time I listen to his music or looking at his art or watching him in film, or just, you know, the costumes he wore or makeup. It reeks this world of like, be exactly who you are, don't shy away from who you are, follow your dreams, and push the boundaries. And I love everything that David Bowie encapsulates. So I think he keeps coming up in my mind a lot over the years.
Awesome. So on to my next question. If you could be in any TV or movie franchise, what would it be and why?
Ooh, good question. There's so much good stuff out there. You know what blew my mind this year? I think I was kind of late to this show. But I recently watched all of Killing Eve, and I absolutely adore that show. Oh my God, what perfection. Like Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer, like they're just powerhouse women, female actors, and in different ways. Like Sandra Oh has this stillness about her, and Jodie Comer is, you just never know what to expect with her, really. So, but the world, you know, like strong, powerful female characters, edgy, intelligent. That's what that show promotes for me. And I would absolutely love to be in a show, like either be in Killing Eve or a show like Killing Eve. That would just totally rock my world. I'm also in love with fantasy. So I know that, you know, Lord of the Rings is going to be happening soon, the TV show, and one of my favorite book series that I still haven't finished because it's a massive saga, with the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. Every time I'm reading that book, I can just visualize myself in the story, and I think that would bring my, you know, my inner geek, my fantasy love dreams that would just come true if I was cast in being in that show. That would rock my world, actually.
Awesome. So on to the next question. You could work with any top 3 actors. Who would they be and why?
Oh, I probably kind of semi already answered that. A couple. So, yeah, Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer I'm going to say again, but I feel like I just want to put them in the same, you know, because I love watching them together. So if I could work with them together, I would love that. There's always going to be Kate Blanchett, because she was actually, yeah, to answer your question, more of an answer from the question from before, I've always been inspired by her as well. Just, you know, watching her since I was a child, and watching her just, I swear she gets more and more beautiful and more goddess-like as she ages. It's just crazy. She's just amazing. Who else? I would love, there's like James McAvoy. Everything that I watch him in, he just blows my mind. I swear to God, he could say anything and I would believe him. He is so genuine and believable, and his facial expressions just, draw me in every time. His bright blue eyes. I'm like, yes, I believe everything. And I know, I'm going to say Taika Waititi as well, and I know he's more of a director than actor, but he does appear in his stuff as well. But I think I would have the most amazingly fun time working with that man. He is a genius, a comical genius, and I feel like he seems to be just a genuine, awesome person as well. So it's like, let's just sit down. I just want to have a coffee with you and just hang and ask you all of the questions. Sorry, I could just blubber on.
All good. So, on to the next question. If you could give any advice to anyone that wants to get into the acting industry, what advice would you give them? And what are the positives and negatives to the acting industry, and how do you get through those negatives?
Oh, that's tricky, isn't it? Advice would be, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is just to know exactly who you are. Know who you are and where you want to be, visualize it, and just be genuine and true to yourself, and don't let anyone change that. Because I think now more than ever, it's being that's what people are searching for. They want truth, they want authenticity, and they want to see real people. So the thing that you can offer people that no one else can offer is yourself. You know, draw from your own heart and what makes you inspired and passionate as a actor, performer, whatever creative industry you're involved in. The positives and negatives, like the positives are endless. Like the magic of filmmaking and bringing stories to life is out of this world, and you know, the more technology evolves and the more things we've got at our grasp, the more we can bring stories to life. So I love being transported through different times and stories, and so the magic of it is what makes me keep coming back. Because, you know, to be honest, I've thought about quitting acting a number of times. You know, it's too hard, or I'm too tired, or this, or, you know, you make excuses in your head. But I always come back because I have a big love of storytelling. So, and it's important now more than ever. The negatives and how to get through it, I think just it's important, again, know who you are, and also have a system in place for excuse me, for your own self-care. You know, like whether it's, you know, yoga and drinking tea and planting flowers in the garden, to, you know, walking through a rainforest or swimming at the ocean, meditation, whatever self-care is to you, to just have that on board, to be able to take with you anywhere as well. So, you know, if you're cooped up in a hotel somewhere, you know, in between while being on set, to have something that makes you feel grounded, and bring you back to yourself so that you can remember why you're doing what it is you're doing. Because, yeah, it's not an easy industry. It's not. I'm not going to lie. No, the reality is there are so many actors and so much talent. And if you don't get a job, it's probably got nothing to do with your talent. It's just you never know what a particular casting director or director is looking for. And it can be so specific. So you can't take it personally. You just have to remember why you're doing it, I suppose. You have to love it. You have to love it. Otherwise, I don't see the point.
Awesome. So on to my last question. Are there any upcoming projects that you would like to announce on my show if you have announcements?
Yeah, well, you've already spoken about Nova Star, so hopefully people will be seeing that very soon. I don't know in terms of a release for another one, but hopefully, you know, things got postponed with the COVID world. But I'm joining forces again with Nexus Productions and doing a sequel to Friends, Foes and Fireworks, and the film is called To Hold the Moon, and we should be filming that in Malta and London next year. So just stay tuned for that. Hopefully things start to open up, and I think it's a beautiful story, and I think everyone will really, really enjoy it.
How long do you think the galaxy would keep its shit together without somebody to unclog the space toilets?
I hate my life. What if you're an asteroid or something?
Oh, don't be stupid. There'd be alarms and stuff going off if there was something wrong. This is the wrong way, but I don't make deals with pirate space scum.
Only one of us left. Save the star! Save the galaxy!
Taking out the trash is my job.